Hey everybody, welcome to Studio 7. I'm Mercedes.
And I'm Autumn. Hello. Happy Tuesday.
How
Correct.
how come since the new year,
hmm
I never know what day of the week it is? I don't know why, but I cannot keep up with what day of the week it is. And it's a 2025 thing.
Is it? I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Maybe
It
we'll go
just
back to
might be.
last year and say, you said it then too,
Yeah,
Mercedes.
yeah,
You said it
no.
then too.
I just think, it's just you think it slows down after the holidays, but it really doesn't.
No.
Other things take
Mm-mm.
over and then you're super busy with everything between kids and just life and work and all of that and it just keeps on going. So here
Yeah.
we are
Here we are. Here we are.
on a
Happy Tuesday,
Tuesday.
everyone. Happy Tuesday. Everybody's saying happy Tuesday. Um, do you want to tell us about weather?
Sure, it is just peachy keen today. Eh,
it's it's cool.
there was
It's melting.
sunshine. I felt fantastic. It was nice, a pleasant day today. It's always the calm before the storm. I was saying this. I haven't put it together yet, but my social media stuff, I'm
Uh-huh.
like, it always gets you because you're like, yes, so okay, I'll get out and I'll do this and I'll do that, and you're kind
Yeah.
of getting in a groove, and then tomorrow's gonna hit, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to go out in that.
Right.
So
Right.
that's what's going to happen. So we have a winter weather advisory. All of Western New York is in it. Some will get a little more snow. That's north. Some will get a little more ice. That's south. And then everyone will get some rain too into
Okay.
Wednesday night. But it starts tomorrow afternoon. So the advisory begins at 1 p.m. It usually begins just prior to precipitation coming in. So it's going to start in the frozen type, whether you're
Mm-hmm.
getting snow
Mm-hmm.
or sleet,
Mm-hmm.
and then over to freezing rain, and then rain into Wednesday night. But as for how much snow, maybe 2 to 4 inches,
That's not bad.
Buffalo
It's not bad.
northward. The Niagara Frontier and then crossing over to Canada may get even a little bit more than that just because they'll stay in the form of snow for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then everyone else, especially south, it's more ice, like tenth of an inch,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit more than that too.
Okay.
So icy
Stay
for
warm,
tomorrow night.
friends.
Tonight, fine. Tomorrow morning, fine. Tomorrow afternoon commute, it's not going to be a fun one.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Well, stay warm, friends. Stay warm, stay safe.
Yes. That's
Okay,
all you got to
so
do.
so we have to talk about this because I'm sure this is going to affect everyone at home, everyone online. We would love for you to chime in. But thieves begin, and we got this from our abc.com website. Thieves begin targeting eggs. The bird flu outbreak has sent the price of eggs to record highs, leading to egg thefts in Seattle and Pennsylvania. What do we think of this?
Well, I wonder why it's Seattle and Pennsylvania. Maybe their eggs
Right.
are much higher, but I would say maybe just don't eat eggs.
I would love to know what you all think of that. Just don't eat eggs.
I mean,
Just don't
that
eat
that
eggs.
pains me to say because
You're a baker.
I'm a baker. I use eggs in a lot of stuff, and I
Yeah.
love to make delicious weekend morning meals and stuff, and it
Yeah.
all includes eggs.
Do you use egg substitutes ever?
Not really.
No.
Mm-mm.
I never have. And I mean, I will tell you, eggs are expensive. And I do watch how many my family uses now. I am the egg watcher. I am the egg watcher because it's expensive.
Well, we've always bought the more expensive eggs to begin with, so there's not really a change in what I pay for eggs.
Say that again.
Like I buy the free range, organic,
Mm.
grass fed. Like
Oh,
I
okay,
buy the
okay,
more expensive eggs to begin with. So
okay.
that hasn't really changed in price. The regular eggs, the eggs that I use for baking, sorry everybody, those have gone up,
Yeah,
but the ones that we typically have for breakfast and things like that
yeah.
are
So
are always the more expensive ones.
I've considered getting chickens.
I have a coop.
You do? Well, then
It
why are you buying eggs?
Well, I don't have the chickens. I just have the coop. Well, the coop hasn't been put together quite yet. When we first got our house, my mother-in-law knew that I wanted to get chickens. So she had gotten us this coop. I go, well, you're putting the
Cart before the horse here.
yeah, or
Or the coop before the chicken
yeah,
here.
the coop before the chicken. So we still have it. I really do want to get them, but I'm just not sure. We like to
I mean,
be
it takes a lot of
aware.
time.
Yeah,
It takes a lot of time.
yeah.
Okay, Katie, we need to know where you are. I'm glad we raise our own chickens. See?
And we use quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like we probably would benefit from having chickens, but then you got to be able to like keep them warm.
It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work.
I've looked into it, but I
Well,
just
you have a
haven't.
coop.
Yeah, well, it's not even put together yet.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, you have to keep them. You have to keep them warm in the winter, and it also depends on when you buy them because they don't start laying up until a certain age too. So if you buy them in a certain time of the year, then they're not laying. You don't want them to start laying in the winter
Right, right,
because
right.
they also don't produce as much in the winter either. So there's a whole,
Yeah.
thing that goes along with it. But
So Linda's saying Tops Market has medium eggs, 2.99 a dozen with your card limit too. Okay, so I will be making a trip there.
yeah,
Uh,
medium eggs are little though.
yeah, that's true. I use large for everything. I
Me
use
too.
large for everything. So,
Hmm.
I mean, I don't bake as much as you do, but we do the baking. We have it for breakfast. I mean, there's times where I'll take the egg yolk, or the egg white,
Hmm.
and I'll scramble that up with a little bit of meat or something on the side for dinner.
Yeah, yeah, it's an
So,
easy, good protein. Just it's not cheap anymore.
no, no. So the egg prices. So there are some places where it's not super expensive.
Right. And then the 4.99, yeah, Mary, that they used to be 3.9. They were 2 for 8 and now they were 2 for 9. Maybe are they 2 for 10 now? 4.99?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
They're just
definitely gone up. So
mhm.
Aldi price was 4.69, I believe, for large eggs, limit two. So everybody's limiting.
Yeah, hey, I'm glad to hear all these places to go.
Yeah,
Cuz every time I go I'm like, "Oh, well, that's not a bad price. I'll pick up a couple
yeah,
just in case."
yeah. Oh my gosh. We'll be right back.
We spent that much time talking about eggs, huh?
We did. We did. Well, you started with
Oh,
weather,
yeah,
but people care about, I mean, that's a staple.
it is.
That's a staple for
I
a lot
care
of meals. If you're baking, if you're it's breakfast, it's
everything.
yeah.
I mean,
I made a nice
everything.
bake this morning with eggs. I did like
Mhm.
eggs, cottage cheese, blended it up, added some
Mhm.
vegetables, and I baked the pan to kind of, save for breakfast
Yeah.
each morning.
Good idea.
Yeah. So I mean, I use a lot. And we're a family of six, but there's five in the house. We use a lot of eggs.
Oh, I can imagine.
So, but I am counting like, hey, do you need three of those? Well, the recipe called for three. I'm like, let's do two and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it now.
Let's do two and a half. Save that half.
Let's see how we can figure this out. Like no, I have family who they'll have like 2 or 3 eggs, but then use like 4 or 5 whites in it. So they
Hmm.
have like a really packed protein. They're like,
Yeah.
do you need to just like ruin half the egg? Can you save that or something, or
Well, we
stop
give
doing that?
we give egg to our dog too.
Mm.
So I do more egg whites, and then I'll give
No more
Maverick a little.
egg to the dog
Why?
because they're expensive.
Well, that's true. But I'm just saying, if I'm doing egg whites, like if I'm doing egg whites, I try not
Yeah,
to waste
yeah,
any
you
part of
can
the
give them
egg.
the now,
Yeah.
my grandmother, if she's making something, she knows, okay, whatever it is, maybe, I don't know, I can't think of it, like a pudding that may call for like a yolk. She'll save the egg whites and she'll make like an angel food cake at some other point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she
And
doesn't waste anything.
the egg yolks are good for custards, right? Isn't that what makes a
Yes.
custard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And Linda, I know this recipe. I love that recipe. An old time recipe. Cook up noodles and then fry them in butter. Pour scrambled eggs over them. What do you think?
Mm. I've never heard of pouring scrambled eggs over them. My in-laws, they would make pastina for all the babies.
Mm-hmm.
So the pastina is the tiny little noodles, and they they look just like little dots.
Mm-hmm.
And you would bring that to a boil, and then you would put like a little butter in there, and then you would have egg that you've
Yeah.
already scrambled in and
Yep.
pour it in, but you don't make it into like a scrambled egg. Like it just, I don't know,
Hmm.
makes it thicker.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
Kind
don't.
of like what's the egg drop soup or something like that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, something like that. We see a couple of people have talked about the TV. We may be having technical difficulties, friends. But
Oh, on the TV?
yeah,
Our
yeah.
TV is black
As far as the station for Spectrum, but a couple of people have said it.
for
We just yeah.
Spectrum. How
So
come you?
yeah, we're glad you're here
Huh.
though.
Well,
Yeah, we're
we
coming
wouldn't
back.
know that.
Welcome back to Studio 7. So the whole first segment, we got to talk about eggs.
And then even during the break, you're
Yes.
talking about eggs.
And see, people here are talking, they love talking about eggs, because people are giving recipes now.
Oh, okay.
They're giving recipes now. Eggs are important.
Potatoes and eggs.
You know what else is important to me?
Hmm.
I don't know if it is to you.
Okay.
Valentine's Day. It's coming
Um,
up.
yes. It's not that important to me.
No.
No.
Okay, so if your husband got you nothing, you would go on like it's a regular day, or
No,
didn't acknowledge it.
we've discussed what is desired for Valentine's Day. And I always say, like, at this point, I mean, we've been together for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do not get me flowers because they are 10 times as much money as what
Mm-hmm.
they typically are. So, I mean, he'll just get me flowers randomly for different
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
So
I love
that,
that.
like, that's fine. Get me a card that you spent time looking at and care to give me.
Yeah.
And we usually eat at home because I don't like going out with
Those are the best meals, though.
tens and just thousands of people that are
Mm-hmm.
out and about. No, it's a lot of fun. And now Natalia gets to be just a part of that and
Yeah.
shown love too. And it's a nice day.
So it's a big deal to me.
Is it?
I am all
Yeah.
about. I am a hopeless romantic. I am a
Yeah.
hopeless romantic. I love it. I love everything about it. Even for the kids, we order the heart pizzas. If we go out to dinner, they get a heart. I mean, I love Valentine's Day. I know it's so corny, but I planned dinner this year, so I'm
Okay.
surprising him
I was
where we're
gonna
going
say,
out.
so you guys are going out.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, yep. And I like the hustle and bustle of it. Just like I like the
Yeah.
hustle and bustle of running around for Christmas, Valentine's Day is just another reason to give gifts.
Hmm.
That's just me.
Right.
So I like the hustle and bustle. We're gonna do dinner, and then we're going away for a night. So the kids are gonna go with a sitter, and we're going
Oh,
away
that's
for a
really
night.
nice.
And like you, I think it's important, like you said, throughout the year, you don't need a holiday to say, "Hey, here's some flowers," or "Here's a card," or "I'm expressing my love to you." But I'm like, we can do an extra one though.
Right.
Do
Well,
it throughout the year, and then yeah,
yeah, and at least at that one they know, like, okay,
yeah,
don't miss this one. It's okay if you do extra, but
yeah,
do not miss the major one.
yeah. So we got into it this morning. Linda, I like that. Her hubby makes a special dinner: crab legs and shrimp. Oh,
We
I love that.
always do. Typically, we do steak.
Mhm.
And one Valentine's Day, I made what is the meal from Ratatouille? Maybe it's Ratatouille. Is Ratatouille a meal?
Yes,
Yeah, so I made Ratatouille.
I've never had it.
So it's like a poor man's uh pasta, I guess you would say, because you use it from what from what it was called, it was, just all the scraps
Yeah,
from
yeah.
all the vegetables and stuff. But it was labor intensive. The amount of chopping of all the veggies, and you put them
Uh-huh.
all like decoratively into a pot or a pan, and it came out nice. It was good.
I'm sure
I
you're a
don't.
good cook, so I'm sure it turned out good. I'm sure it turned out good.
I can bake better than I can cook. I think, I don't know if other people are like this, but even baking or cooking, no matter what I'm spending time in the kitchen doing,
Uh-huh.
I can't eat it right away. Like, I just, from smelling it all day, like, I just can't eat it right
Oh,
away.
we're opposite there.
Yeah.
Because I'm tasting while I'm cooking it. I'm taking chunks of meat out of it.
That's probably
And then I
why
make my
mine's not
plate.
great.
Listen,
I don't taste
the
it.
way my family knows a meal is done is because after it's done, I walk past them with a plate of food.
Oh, perfect.
They're like, "Oh, I guess the food is done." Mom didn't even tell us. I'm like, "Food's done."
Yeah.
When I
Yeah,
walk
that
past
is the
them
way
with,
to do
yeah,
it.
I'm telling you.
Or else you're not getting your meal warm.
No, no. I do like Peter's. I have a date this year for Valentine's Day: a bag of chips, pizza, Reese's peanut butter cups, and a remote control. That's a good date.
I love all that.
That is a
All
good
that
date.
sounds good.
Now, Mary says I'm cooking dinner for my mother on Valentine's Day. Nice. That's nice. That is so sweet.
Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah. And I agree with you, Sheila. I think we both agree with you. Not a fan, you should be sweet all year. I'm a fan of being sweet all year and then just add that extra day.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
cool with it.
sweetest day, we never do sweetest
I've
day.
never done sweetest day.
I know it's in October sometime, but
I don't even
we're
know when it
just
is.
never.
Yeah, I don't even know when it
I'm
is.
like, I don't know what that one is, but yeah, we try to, we acknowledge it for sure,
Yeah.
and we want it to be a part of our February, obviously.
Right, right. And I don't know if this is a new craze or if it's been around for a while, but the have you seen the flower bouquets? The big bouquets where people sometimes mix chocolate in, kind of like an edible
Oh,
arrangement,
yes.
or money in, and they make it look like a flower. I
Oh.
ordered bouquets for the kids this year.
Oh. Are
So
they money bouquets?
there's a couple dollars in it. I'm like, we're
Oh,
not doing that. Just stick a couple of, but I mean, all
well,
of my
that's
kids,
adorable.
yeah. So I'm like, I mean, I go all out for the kids. We normally get the big teddy bears, and my daughter walks in, and her room is full of balloons. Like, I
Oh.
love doing Valentine's Day. I'm making it really hard for anyone they're going to be with in life.
Yeah. Like,
My
do you
mother,
know
yes, my
what this day is?
So, do you think Valentine's Day is like over commercialized? Do you think,
Of course it is. I
yeah,
mean, isn't everything?
it is.
Everything is over commercialized.
Yeah, it is.
They're trying to make the most money that they can out of it.
Yeah,
I think all retailers. So I think it just is
yeah,
in your face. But
yeah.
then it's kind of sad when people feel like it, because I don't think it's just for your significant other. I think it does mean something to reach out to people and tell them how much you
I
care
agree.
of them and what they do
I
for
agree.
you, and that type of thing. And so we've done that. I mean, Natalia's class, they all give gifts to one another and whatnot. But I think about her teachers. I think about my parents and my
Mhm.
in-laws, and
Mhm.
I always, when I call them my first set of kids, my nieces on my husband's side and nephew, they're a good chunk older than the second set, which is my daughter, my nieces on my mom on my side, and our other nephew.
Mhm.
So what we do, I would always do chocolate covered strawberries and things like that, and
Ugh.
I'd give them to all of the kids. So I always make sure that they all always remember that I'm thinking of them.
I always go overboard on chocolate covered strawberries. Every
You got to make them because those are very expensive too.
That's true. That's true. We'll be right back.
There, I think I saw it was a dozen for $36.
Where? I've never paid that.
Wegmans.
I've never paid that. Now, I will say they
That
have
was insane.
it is insane, but I will say they have the jumbo strawberries. Those strawberries are huge.
I mean, they're big, but then they all like okay, they're above and beyond. They're not just dipped in chocolate. They've got like the chocolate
I don't do the
shaved on
sprinkles. I
it,
don't,
the
yeah, the chocolate, I
sprinkles.
can't do sprinkles.
I think what I will do that with Natalia. I think I'll do I'll get the chocolate, I'll get the strawberries, and then I'll get a couple different dippers, and then we'll dunk the chocolate, and she can pick what she wants to like kind of sprinkle on or
Yeah.
whatnot.
I've
We'll
tried
do.
to make them at home and I never get it right because it seems like I burn the strawberry because the chocolate's so hot and it gets mushy.
So there's two things. One, you want to have your strawberry room temperature. So
Hmm.
don't just take them out of the fridge. Don't clean them, don't take them out of the fridge, clean them, and then try to stick them in your chocolate. Because one, that's going to seize your chocolate because now you're making your chocolate cold. And the other is, yes, if you have your chocolate too hot, it will, number one, your chocolate will start to like re-solidify because
Hmm.
it's just
But you
so
wanted to
hot
do that though.
after you have it on the strawberry to cool down. So either you can stick it in the microwave, which I don't like doing because that's just not how I've ever done it, where you put it on like a lower
Yeah.
temperature, stick it in, and kind of mix it. Always do like a wooden spoon so you're not transferring heat or cool or anything
Oh, look
either.
at you.
Yeah, that helps.
Look at
But if
you.
you put it on a double boiler like on your stove, or you just get,
Like a bowl on top of a.
yeah, just a bowl. I
Hmm.
only ever use like a Pyrex glass bowl so
Hmm.
I can kind of see what's going on. You bring your water to a boil, but then you put it low so it simmers so just the steam comes up, and then just keep adding your chocolate as you're doing it, and you should be good.
Is there because people always see the melting chocolates, or I always see the melting. Is there a good chocolate to put on top of chocolate covered strawberries?
I mean,
Is
any
it
of
like the
them's
Ghirardelli
really.
or the Dove or the?
I like Ghirardelli.
Hmm.
I like mixing dark with milk just because
My
it's
family hates dark chocolate. I love it. I'm the
on
only
a
one.
strawberry. It tastes pretty good. My grandmother, she doesn't use Ghirardelli.
Mm.
She gets it from somewhere. Um, but she mixes milk with white. She puts a couple of
Oh, I cannot do white
a
chocolate.
little white chocolate in.
Ugh.
I don't like it either, but the way that she makes it, you don't even know that there's white chocolate in it. It just gives it more of a sweet
Yeah,
taste,
yeah.
I guess.
So Peter says
So
before
there's
we
that
know it,
too.
Autumn will have a show on the Food Network. I love
Oh
it.
no.
I love it.
It would be
I'll be your taste
nailed
tester.
it.
I'll be your taste tester. Welcome back to Studio 7. So we're talking about, well, during the break, we talked about how to make really good chocolate covered strawberries, which Autumn is
Mhm.
good at making. I am not. I don't know why mine just end up horrible. But
Well, I given you some tips,
yes,
so
I will
hopefully,
follow them next year.
yeah.
We'll follow them
Not next year.
next year. But I do go overboard on the chocolate covered strawberries. I really, really do.
Well, they're so delicious.
Yeah.
I like sponge candy too. I mean, that's typically for Easter, kind of comes close to Easter with Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I try to like leave that delicacy for for Easter, but chocolate covered strawberries is definitely a go-to
Yeah.
for Valentine's Day.
So talk about this holiday being commercialized. 940 million flowers being shipped through Miami for Valentine's Day. There's 940 million I can't even say that. 40 million flowers. Around 90% of the fresh cut flowers being sold for Valentine's Day in the US, they come through Miami.
Wow. I didn't realize
940
that they
million. I mean, come
weren't
on.
here.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's a lot of
That's a lot.
flowers. Like I said, I don't like to get flowers for Valentine's Day. I just think it's way too much money.
I love getting flowers all year long. That's
Hmm.
just one of my things.
Yeah.
You get me flowers, I love you forever.
There's just something very I don't know, uplifting about flowers.
It is. It's the smell
You
of them.
know,
It reminds you of the
the
good
bright
weather that should be here, but it's
yeah,
not.
just the brightness. I don't know. The
Yeah.
life that was in them.
Do you think our kids should celebrate Valentine's Day in schools?
Of course.
Yeah, I loved doing the pass around when we were in elementary school. You can't do it in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
there'd probably be a lot of, well, he likes you, didn't he? You know,
Yes.
like that type of
Yes.
stuff. I mean, I think that even happens in elementary school, to be honest. Like
It does.
they don't know what's going on, but they're like, oh, I've got a crush.
And those candies tasted like Flintstone vitamins. Those heart
Oh,
chalky. You
no.
like Flintstone vitamins?
Yeah, and they were better than those hearts.
Not really. Not really.
I think
They were
so.
horrible. They were like chalky and like Flintstone
Yeah,
vitamin.
no, two totally different things. And one, you're getting a vitamin. The other is just chalk.
Same thing. It was the same thing.
There's no
That
vitamin
vitamin
in
was
there.
chalk.
I think
Same
the
exact.
vitamin had vitamins.
Okay, so we're just gonna leave it there. But they're both gross. They're both. But you love the Flintstone vitamins, and you know what? I looked forward to it every day in school, especially if you had a crush,
Yeah.
because I would sign his card a little different than everybody
Oh
else's.
my goodness.
So I think our kids should do it.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, I think with Natalia being in kindergarten, they have well, not even kindergarten. It's their whole elementary school, and I don't know if your girls went through I mean, even the older ones, but they have a week leading to Valentine's Day of almost like a school spirit thing. They wear something different each day, and it's to
mm,
remind them to be kind to others, to be kind to yourself.
I love that. I love that.
All these different things. Write a nice note day with, I don't know, I think it's like mismatch day, and write a nice thank you letter to somebody.
Hmm.
So I think it's just really a way for them to be mindful and caring
I
of
agree.
other people and themselves.
I agree. I agree. And I also agree with Grace. Aldi has the best German chocolate. Have you ever gotten your chocolate from there?
I had just to eat. Yeah. I don't know if they have like melting chocolates and
I don't
stuff.
know, but their chocolate is so good.
It is.
Somebody's
Okay.
gonna get chocolate after today. Somebody's gonna go to the store and get chocolate. Just
I mean, I need to. Today's the day to be out and about because
no, the
tomorrow.
day after Valentine's Day is the day to be out.
This is
Everything
very true.
the day
I'll-
after.
We'll just start celebrating the day after.
Yeah, I'm telling you. We can make that deal. We can
I
make
think
that
we
deal.
should.
Yeah.
That's all we got to do.
Valentine's Day cards. I think we talked about this, but it was around Christmas.
Valentine's Day cards?
Do you like cards?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not that
Not
person.
all the time. I mean, for certain occasions, I like to give cards. Like Christmas cards I like to send out. I don't send out Valentine's Day cards to people.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really a thing to me. But to my
It's
to
not
my
to me
to
either.
my husband, yes. To maybe like the grandparents from Natalia, either she'll make something or something like that. But it
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be.
Yeah.
We wouldn't send them out. No, right? Do you?
No, I don't
No.
do it.
Okay.
No, I don't do it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Um, Valentine's Day, as far as um, being married versus dating, do we think it's more fun when you're dating or if you are married?
Um, Dating was fun because almost everything was new.
Mm-hmm.
After you're married, you're like, well, you already know what restaurants you like and what you like to get,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know.
It's funny that we can be blah about it after we're married, but if it
Yeah.
doesn't happen, somebody's gonna have to pay.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we've been doing this forever. But
Yeah.
if you don't,
You better make
Mr.
me feel
Wilson,
special.
if you don't,
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson, there will be trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. Just as life goes on, it's good to take those moments and for your husband to know like
Hmm.
this means something
I
to
agree.
you,
I agree.
because you need that.
You do. And so enjoy your meal in
Mm-hmm.
home.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be
We'll
out in
be
the hustle.
having.
It's like Christmas time
I'll
on
be I'll
Valentine's
be
Day.
working, so I'll be in the middle of working, going home, having dinner, and then coming back
Good
to
for
work.
you.
Yeah, lots of
Well,
fun.
we have a few more days, friends. So get out if you're one that celebrate Valentine's Day and get those you love a little something.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll see you later.
I love it.